I mean, I feel like the show was like meant for me because even my bias from CB1 Jang Hao sings an OST for it. So like this is like a sign. Like the universe has been telling me that it is time to watch Transit Love 3.
당분간은 뭐 환승연애 보면서 지내야죠.
So it is officially February, and if you are like me and do not have anyone special in your life, you might as well watch other people be in love, which is why today I'm introducing you to Transit Love 3. So if you noticed on my channel introduction, I talk about liking Korean entertainment stuff a lot, and if you've seen any of my content recently, it has not been that, so then I felt the need to make a video Korean entertainment related so I don't like lose my roots as I chase after fame with my food shorts and food content. So as I thought about what shows I should make a video about, it was just obvious that Transit Love 3 is the answer because I'm also new to Korean dating shows, and so I thought I would also introduce them to you so we can both begin our journey of Korean dating show TV. I also thought it would be good to introduce the show because not many people talk about Transit Love 3. Like in popularity, Singles Inferno is like everywhere on my social media, and yeah, it's just really popular amongst international audience, even though Transit Love 3 is probably more popular amongst Korean audiences. Don't quote me on that because I'm not Korean. I cannot read the Korean articles and see what they're talking about, but I feel like it's just a lot more popular over there. It all got started because I went to Canada, if you've seen my Canada content, but you probably haven't because that flopped. But anyways, I went to Canada and I watched a Singles Inferno episode for the very first time. And I usually don't like dating reality shows because they just feel so fake, and I think they operate on a premise of them being real. But since they don't feel real, I just feel very uninvested. But Transit Love 3 has me feeling like it's real because of the entire premise of the show. They unite with their ex or find new love. So basically they live in this house and then they don't reveal to each other who their exes are, and yeah, they just kind of find love. There are like these missions that like reveal information about them because at the beginning they like don't know anything about each other, and then like everything's secret. So for the format of the show, there are 16 total episodes and each episode is 2 hours long, so this is kind of the investment, which is why I recommend you get started now because it's gonna be kind of a pain to catch up to. And it's also a lot of fun in watching the show as it's airing because you get to like guess who the exes are. In the beginning that was like the fun, but obviously there's like 3 couples revealed. If you decide to watch it and you don't have any spoilers, like go for it. You can try guessing the ex couples, and then even if you already know them, because I kind of spoiled myself and then went into it, I still have the fun of guessing the end couples. So yeah. So before I introduce the cast and give some spoilers of what's going on, I just wanted to share why I love it so much. So like I mentioned earlier, I really love that you can't tell that it's, I mean, you might be able to tell it's scripted, but I feel like it's a little bit more real at least. It's like believable.
카메라 없어, 진짜 없어. 봐봐, 진짜 없어.
아니 상관없고 있든 말든 상관없고.
Because obviously the plotline is the fact that they're ex-couples. I think even if it's scripted, I think there are definitely going to be emotions involved because they are actually real couples. Obviously the drama might be like amped up a bit. So another reason why I like it so much is it's got this whole like mystery aspect, and it's just like a fun guessing game, but basically it just keeps me really invested in the show. And so I wasn't really able to enjoy the beginning of like guessing who the couples were, except for the but of course there are the end game couples, and also like individually you have like a lot of different guesses because even if you don't have an end couple, you can still guess like who they'll choose and who they'll end up liking. So that'll be a lot of fun, and I'm sure there will be some sort of plot twist, whether it's scripted or whether it's real, you know, something probably has to happen. And I feel like it's a plot twist even if nothing twists, you know? So I think it's fun regardless. It just feels like I'm gossiping with my friends, you know, to like, oh, who likes who, and it's just like looking at the way they act, and I think it's really fun because especially it's like a lot tamer and it's nothing like wild like Singles Inferno. I feel like Singles Inferno is like they edit it to be super dramatic, and obviously they're like a lot of influencer model-esque famous era, whereas like Transit Love 3, you obviously they have like really common jobs, as I will reveal later in the video, but I like that they are normal people. I mean obviously they're probably like more attractive, but you know they're still like normal in that sense, and they're not necessarily attention seeking, which I really like. Yeah, that kind of goes in with the way I like the editing of the show. It's rather peaceful and like based off emotions more than like drama and like scandals. So yeah, I really like the maturity of it. And so for the cast, I'm going to not give spoilers and just kind of like introduce them and like stick them on the screen real quick. And then afterwards I will do a little spoiler timestamp, and you can just skip it if you want to like watch it and not go into spoilers. But if you need a little bit more convincing about the drama and stuff, obviously I feel like you should watch the spoilers to kind of get what's going on. Honestly, it's better to watch it without spoilers, but if you need some convincing like me, because I got spoiled and then got convinced to watch, then yeah, watch that. I'm gonna introduce the girls first. So first is Dahye, and she is roommates with Yoo-jung. And in the other room, they have Haewon and Seokhyun. And on the guy's side, there is Juwon, Hwihyun, Dongjin, and Kwangtae. So obviously there is not much I can say about the characters if I can't give spoilers. So if you're already convinced to go watch it, go watch it. But if you aren't yet, I will introduce the cast to you and their current personalities based off of the 6 episodes that have aired. So actually, I will just go ahead and reveal the ex-couples. There's 3 at the moment and potential 4th that is not confirmed but feels pretty obvious. So yeah. So for the first couple I will talk about, it is going to be the Dahye got into the show. They were the second couple to be revealed, so one of the earlier ones. And basically their plot line is they dated for 13 years, and Dahye is actually a idol. She was a member of Bestie. I think they disbanded already. And they basically met when they were trainees, and when the company found out, the company kicked them both out. And yeah, Dahye eventually went on to be in Bestie, whereas Dongjin kind of gave up his trainee dreams and pursued a relationship with her. So basically, fast forward 13 years, they date, and one of their biggest struggles in their relationship was the fact, I feel like, that she was an idol and he wasn't, and she basically had this schedule that he was always working around. But he says that he feels like he just like lost himself as he was kind of dating her, since he just gave up everything, like gave up his time and really worked around her schedule because she was obviously an idol. And yeah, so on their characters, Dahye, her entire character is the fact that she has not moved on from Dongjin. She's like not even trying, and she cries a lot. And to be fair, she was in a 13-year relationship, and she's really the one that I really root for because she just seems so sad, and I just want her to be happy and find love. So I'm really rooting for her to find happiness. And on the other hand, for Dongjin, I mean, I kind of can't ship him with anyone else because of Dahye, and he is trying to move on. Like, he's actively trying to pursue other people, and so in his case, he's interested in Yoo-jung and is trying to pursue something with that, but Yoo-jung has other thoughts. Earlier, I forgot to mention Dongjin's occupation, and he is a CEO of a food manufacturing company, I guess. But onto the next ex-couple is Hwihyun and Haewon, and they were the first couple to be revealed. And honestly, I have the least investment in them. At first, I really liked Hwihyun because physically, he's like the most attractive in my opinion. He's also like the youngest, which like makes the most sense. He is a student at Korea University, and his ex is Haewon, who wants to work in a foreign fashion company, but apparently she's working as an English tutor. So Hwihyun and Haewon broke up because Hwihyun was like really poor at the time, so he broke up with Haewon thinking that the relationship wouldn't get any better because he was just in such a bad place. And I think they dated for like 3 months, so it was like really short. And at first she actually didn't want to get back together with him, and he wanted to get back together with her, but the tides have changed, and as of episode 6, they basically just like each other and they're not really interested in pursuing anyone else. And I am very curious to see how this will last. Yeah, I think because he also knows that Haewon has interest in him, they are basically like a pair, and yeah, I don't really care much for them. So moving on. So the last ex-couple that has been revealed is Juwon. Surprised because I started the show before their couple was revealed, and I thought Juwon and Yoo-jung were going to be a couple. Seokhyun is a dentist, whereas Juwon is a music producer, which also just is so interesting on how they like met and dated. But yeah, this has actually become my favorite couple, and that's simply because of their dynamic. I really love a good friends to lovers dynamic, and something that Juwon said that really touched me.
연애할 때 여자친구랑 있을 때랑 친구들이랑 있을 때랑 그 즐거움이 조금은 다르잖아요.
And I just really liked the way they talked about each other and just their bickering and their banter and just like everything about the relationship was super cute. And Juwon has basically just established himself as like my favorite dude within the guys. It was kind of unexpected because visually he's probably like the least attractive. For Seokyoung and Juwon, they broke up because it was honestly like petty reasons. I think the reason in the end was ultimately both of them were too prideful and neither one was like willing to give in. So yeah, both of them were basically being petty and that's why they kind of broke up. But Juwon had this little talk with Seokyoung.
항상 헤어지자는 거를 내가 잡았어. 집에서도 길에서도. 너 제가 미안해 했잖아. 헤어지자고 연다고 안 나왔어. 다 알잖아. 진짜 안 나왔어. 나는 여기 와서 너를 잘할 줄 알았어.
And that basically solidified him as my favorite because I love straightforward men and it's very clear that he still admitted that he had feelings for her despite realizing that she didn't have feelings for him. But obviously, since hearing that Seokyoung does not have feelings for him anymore, or at least is trying to meet new people, he has then since moved on to Yoojung, who also has feelings for him as well. And then so on to the remaining characters, there's Yoojung. Yoojung is a model and yeah, we also I feel like see the least of Yoojung, which is why I'm not very interested in her. And Yoojung is the most popular, I guess, for some reason. All four of the guys said they had interest in her. Obviously, Hwihyun is not going to go for her because he has Haewon. She is Juwon and Dongjin's number one. Juwon obviously still has feelings for Seokyoung, so I guess you can't be sure about that. Seokyoung, on the other hand, is I feel like starting to go for Juwon, but she does have a thing with Kwangtae because they were each other's first dates, and from that Kwangtae became really interested in her. And on a side note, I really like Kwangtae and Dahye. They have like this really cute friendship where he's not going for her because he can probably clearly tell that she's still hung over her ex and not moving on, but I like that the best because it's like he has a friend relationship with her and I feel like that can develop romantically because I love me a good friend to lover trope. Oh, and then I forgot to mention Kwangtae's job. He works in sales and marketing at a food company. So as of now, my current ships are either Dahye and Dongjin or Dahye and Kwangtae. And Seokyoung and Juwon. I do not ship Juwon, maybe Juwon and Dahye actually too, because they were each other's first dates as well. And I just want Dahye to be happy, and Dahye's my favorite girl, and Juwon's my favorite dude. So like that could also be a good one. But realistically, I don't think that's gonna happen. So I hope that Juwon and Seokyoung get back together. Then Dahye and Dongjin, and if they don't get back together, then I want Dahye and Kwangtae because I think they have a really cute relationship. The last character I will introduce is Kong Sang-jung. I'll probably be missing out on introductions of characters because I'm introducing at episode 6 and this isn't everyone yet. And I just think it's so obvious that she's Kwangtae's ex because he just got really, really awkward around her and he's not usually an awkward character. I would be surprised if it's anyone else, especially because we already revealed 3 of the 4 guys as ex. So at this point, he just has to be her ex. So that is everything I feel like you need to know from Transit Love 3. And another reason I think that Transit Love 3 is like sort of real is because real couples do come out of it, unlike Singles Inferno. I'm sorry I'm throwing so much shade at Singles Inferno, but I feel like it's the best comparison because it's a really popular Korean dating show. But anyways, yeah, real couples come out of Transit Love 3. In season 1, there's one ex-couple that got back together and are currently dating. In season 2, there is one new couple that was formed. They're a very, very popular couple, and I could make a video about season 2 once I watch it. I'm kind of invested in the really popular couple. If you know, you know who it is, but I'm like debating about watching that show for them because they're still dating. And then another couple was an ex-couple that got back together as well in season 2. And so in season 3, I feel like we'll see at least one couple get together, if not for like more. And I just like that, you know, so it's like, even though it's scripted or whatever, if it isn't, you know, there are like real emotions at play because they actually end up dating. So yeah. So I feel like that is everything you need to know about Transit Love 3. And in terms of where you can watch it, so there is VU. I think you need a VPN because it's not available in the US. And obviously you're probably able to find it on some illegal means, and I will not say that, but if you find it on your own, you find it on your own. Yeah, that is all for today. I hope you watch. If you watch, you can totally rant about it, rave about it as I post my weekly recaps on TikTok. And if you don't do that, then you can at least hear recaps because I will watch it for you, because I'm really watching it because I like watching it. So let me know if there's anything you want me to introduce, anything you think I missed, because going forward I want to try to do a couple more of these kind of introduction-esque videos, because you know, I just really want to share the things that I love. And honestly, if you just have any other content ideas too, I am open ears because I sometimes do not know what I'm doing. But yes, that is all for today, and I will see you in the next one.